Prayer is everything. The scriptures are everything. Like, this is what literally has brought me so much joy and healing in my life. At points in my life where I felt like I could not survive, like I felt like I was gonna die. And if it wasn't me just killing, I can't emphasize enough that healing is so important. Like, you don't need to rush on any other aspect of your life. You don't need to rush into a career. You don't need to rush into a relationship. You don't need to rush and get, the best car or the biggest house or have the most children. And, like, all these things are expectations that society puts on us, rather than emphasizing the fact that we need to heal. Like, people are dying in mental health because they haven't taken the time to heal, or they do not know the Most High. And the Most High gives healing, the Most High gives restoration, the Most High gives peace. So I just want to emphasize that a lot. And then one thing I want to do is list some of the strong, just know, healing requires the work to listen to yourself. Healing requires the work to be honest to yourself. And healing requires the work for you to distinguish what the root problem is. Is it surface level? Is it just a little scratch? Or is it a root problem that requires surgery, that requires time, effort, prayer, deliverance? I mean, it's real. You have to get that real with yourself. Like, when you feel triggered by something, do not ignore it. Do not cope. Do not just try to cover it up, but get to the root of the problem. Get to the root of the problem. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. The root of the problem is where things manifest and grow. And until that is dealt with, you will continue to struggle with whatever you need healing from. Like, as believers in the truth, we have to do the required work to destroy the works of the enemy, which obviously the enemy attacks our mind before he tries to devour our body, before he tries to kill us and destroy us. He attacks our mind. He attacks the peace and the joy that we feel that is given to us through the Most High, through diligently seeking Him, reading His Word, prayer. You know what I mean? And this is how the enemy attacks us and keeps us in bondage. A lot of people fall away from the truth, I feel personally, because they are not free. They do not feel released from what they have felt coming into the truth. So then they're in the truth and they're like, well, nothing's changed. I mean, I still feel low. I still feel all this darkness. I still struggle. And now we have pride. So perfectionism, selfishness, insensitive, bitterness, anger, judgmental, critical, competition, unbelief, ambitious, envious, guilt, condemnation, unforgiveness, self-righteousness, religious, rejection, self-exaltation, rejection, self-deception, hatred, possessiveness. This is all rooted in pride. Like, you see how one word can just flourish into like a word tree, and there's so many other characteristics and emotions that can dwell and linger under one word. It's real. It's real. So I believe pride is a big one, because sometimes people that exalt themselves because they feel they know a lot. I mean, pride comes before the fall. And pride can really just push people away from you and allow the enemy to attach to you, because then you feel like you don't need the Most High. When you're real prideful, you don't need a savior.